The farm families of Cabot Cooperative are happy to be stuck in Vermont.
Welcome to Stuck in Vermont, brought to you by 7 Days. My name is Ava Sahlberger, and we're here in the town of Waterbury, Vermont, which has been hit hard by Tropical Storm Irene on Sunday.
I was down here trying to save pottery and pulling stuff out, and water is just shooting out here, through here, and coming in from the windows. It was just like being like on a lower room in the Titanic.
It was rising pretty rapidly here. And then my neighbor came around and said that the storm drain started overflowing, and then it was coming back at everybody from both sides. And once it started that, then everybody knew it was time to evacuate. And that's when we all just cleared out. I mean, I walked out in waist-deep water with my 1-year-old daughter and my family.
Then we left and we waded out through chest-deep water. My wife had the baby on her shoulders, 8-month baby. And myself and the neighbor had my grandfather by the armpits, 94-year-old grandfather. It happened in an hour and a half. Like I said, I just didn't believe it. We were out there looking around at it on the curb, and then it just...
A lot of water. You know, and it came pretty suddenly for everybody there that, you know, they never expected it to get this high.
There are huge industrial-sized trucks going up and down South Main Street, and huge tractor trailers everywhere you look. Gigantic industrial-sized garbage cans filled to the brim.
It's getting better, but the first couple days it looked like a war zone that you see on TV. Just things all over the streets, cars mangled. There is damage everywhere from just water into houses to houses that are destroyed, literally need to be torn down or have already started to fall in.
Some people had flood insurance, many people didn't because, you know, you hadn't collected on it and it's pretty expensive and stuff.
We've got a member of the fire department that his house is destroyed and he has no flood insurance.
Flood water, if anybody's ever been through the flood, the water's bad, but the mud is almost worse.
It wasn't just water, it was water with, you know, heating oil and bacteria and sewage and that we waded through.
This area is normally a floodplain, and you can see everything's gray because it was all underwater. It's never been underwater quite to this extent, but if you look far there, you can see the water line. That looks like 20 feet up from the ground over in that area alone.
I mean, there are literally hundreds of people that are affected. Not just because of family members, they are affected individually.
Everything aside from the actual physical building is shot. Right now we're in the process of hauling out and dismantling and demolishing everything. There's a decent amount of brewing equipment that looks like we're going to be able to save it. And other than that, right now we're just gutting it down to the floor joists and the wall studs. And we're starting from scratch. 1, 2. It's rough. It's been 4 days and it's still pretty hard to look around at the inside of this building and the streets around Waterbury and not cry. And this right here is the last piece of our bar going away. Right now, all you can do is fix it, you know? You work until you can't work anymore, and then you sleep for a little bit and start working again.
This was where my kiln was, over here. My studio's in the basement. My pottery studio's in the basement, and I basically lost everything. I had business insurance, but it doesn't cover flood.
So
the line that you see going across there, that's how high the water was.
where'd you put all your things?
Everything on this floor got ruined and thrown away. My great-grandfather grew up in this house. He bought a house up the street where my grandfather grew up, and then my grandfather bought a house across the street where my dad grew up. Oh. With my son, it'll be 6 generations on this street.
Yeah, so what was this floor here?
It's kitty litter. it's soaking up all the water. This hardwood floor that hasn't seen the light of day since, probably the last flood since the 20s. But you can see all the generations of wallpaper behind there.
It's been amazing. We've had people from outside of the village area that have come here. We've had people from outside of the town, from other towns. We've had people from outside of the state.
I am from Haddon Heights, New Jersey.
And why are you here?
I'm here to help my uncle repair his house.
Kathy's a friend, and she's in need, and I'm here.
Anybody?
We're cleaning, we're hoeing out, and we're getting rid of stuff, trying to save what we can.
But the Harwood soccer team is coming back in the morning. These are all their buckets, and they're gonna shovel up and take out the rest of the muck. Every day, 5 to 10 different people just come up off the street and ask what they can do.
A lot of our regulars, a lot of our people who are our employees up until a few days ago.
People are coming around with food and sandwiches, and there's an organizational meeting for volunteers up at the elementary school every day.
Everyone's so kind around here that everyone's willing to help, and
the reason why we all live here anyway, to be a part of a small community. I've met more people on my street than I have in the time that we've lived here.
Right now, anybody who comes by, if we can't use them, it's going to take us 2 seconds to find somebody else around here who could use their hands.
Find a place to start and start digging and start cleaning and start helping.
And it's not just help this week. I mean, we're going to be working on this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
We're helping ourselves, and it's going really well. I mean, we're getting a lot of help, but we don't have people jumping up and down screaming saying, how come the federal government's not helping us? Vermonters like to help Vermonters.
I feel really calm about the whole thing. We lost a lot, but it's all just stuff anyway. We can get more stuff. So I'm just going to work on rebuilding the house, and we'll take care of it, one day at a time.
A handful of us built this place, and everybody else who's come along since then has helped us make it a great place. And now it's important to us, it's important to a lot of other people, and we have to do it.
Nice to see everybody working together, and we hope you come out and help Waterbury residents or some other people who have been affected by this flood. We'll get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon. And good luck to those towns that are actually stuck in Vermont. We're definitely rooting for you.
My grandfather was born in 1917, so in 1927 he was 10, and he was living in a house just 2 houses up, and he was taken out of the flood, taken out of the house and the second-story window in a rowboat at 10 years old. And he said we had a more comfortable night at Thatcher Brook Elementary than he did when he was 10. He said he slept on a table when he was 10.